So what section of the law are you detaining me on now?
I'm detaining you.
On what section of the law?
If you stop shouting...
I do not need to stop because you are holding me up in the street.
Welcome back. In today's episode, Auditor Reggie delivers one of his most entertaining audits yet as he stands outside a police station, filming lawfully from public land despite a bold, "No cameras or video equipment" sign plastered across the wall, a sign with no real authority behind it. Wanting to test just how quickly assumptions can turn into action, Reggie ups the game by pulling out an Xbox controller, casually holding it in a way that suggests he might be operating a drone. The reaction is instant, for officers rush out, surround him without hesitation, and detain him unlawfully, all while believing they've caught someone running a covert drone mission. What unfolds is a striking example of how a simple misunderstanding, fueled by poor judgment and zero fact-checking, can lead to an embarrassing show of unnecessary force.
Look at that there, guys. No cameras or video recording equipment outside. How crazy is that?
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
I'm just asking you what you're doing, sir. If you're flying a drone over police premises, that is illegal. There's signage there telling you can't. And use cameras there.
Come on, mate. Leave me alone to my day. No, it's not against the law at all.
There are signs there.
What are you doing? Circling me like this?
I want to know who you are. Because
You don't need to know who I am. I'm a member of the public. Have you committed? Have you suspected me of committing a criminal offence?
I do, yes.
What is that?
You're photographing the police premises
From a public space?
With a drone over into a private space, which therefore makes it illegal. There's a sign there that tells you that, sir.
It's not. This is not off the limits of the drone assist app. You don't control the airspace, you know.
And neither do you.
Yes, but if you've got a licence to fly a drone over there, you can do.
What does that sign say, sir?
Mate, that's inside.
What does that sign say?
That's inside the building.
The officer's conduct in this moment is downright embarrassing, treating a random wall sign as if it carries the weight of actual law and then escalating the situation by insisting Reggie is flying a drone. Any trained, level-headed officer would take a moment to assess what's in front of them before jumping into enforcement mode, but instead he leaps straight into accusations built entirely on assumptions. Had he bothered to look for even a few seconds, he would have seen Reggie holding a basic gaming controller, not a set of drone controls. On top of that, the drone assist app Reggie references clearly marks out restricted flight zones, and this police station isn't listed among them. Under the Civil Aviation Authority rules and Article 95 of the Air Navigation Order, drone flying is completely lawful when the operator keeps a safe distance, maintains visual line of sight, and follows the standard requirements. None of those conditions were breached here, making the officer's reaction not only misguided but entirely unjustified.
No, it's inside the yard.
Yes, so you're saying I can't stand here filming like this today?
You can stand here and film that, yes.
And there's no difference in the sky.
If you're flying a drone over, that's different. Stop, stay where you are, sir.
Are you detaining me?
I want to know who you are.
I'm not telling you who I am. I don't need to tell you who I am.
Until I have established the fact whether you've committed an offence or not.
Well, you need to tell me what the offence is.
You have, I've just pointed that out. You're flying a drone over a
Have you seen a drone?
Space. That's what I need to ascertain if you have one or not.
I didn't say I had a drone. So are you?
What's the device in your
I don't need to tell you what this device is. Are you detaining me?
Aggressive, sir.
I'm not being aggressive. Are you detaining me now?
At the moment, you're detained until I have ascertained whether you have committed an offence.
And what is that offence?
Whether you've committed an offence contrary to filming in a restricted space or not.
I haven't been filming.
I need to ascertain whether you have had a drone over the restricted rear police yard.
And do you know, you need to go and check your laws because you don't control the airspace.
This is the moment where the officer's judgment completely unravels. As soon as Reggie shifts his position, the officer steps in front of him, physically blocks his movement, and moments later announces that he's being detained, despite having no sight of a drone, no sound of one, and absolutely no evidence that any offense has taken place. His entire justification boils down to a suspicion that Reggie might be flying something, which is nowhere near the threshold for reasonable suspicion and certainly not enough to justify restricting someone's liberty. Reggie's calm, direct question, "If you haven't even seen a drone, what are you detaining me for?" cuts straight through the officer's shaky logic. The truth is, the officer is acting on instinct and confusion rather than law, especially since airspace regulation doesn't fall under police control at all, it belongs to the Civil Aviation Authority. That means this detention isn't just heavy-handed, it's unlawful from the ground up, built on a complete misunderstanding of the officer's own jurisdiction.
I didn't say I was flying a drone. You have said that.
And I said I need to ascertain whether you
am I free to go?
Not at the moment.
So what section of the law are you detaining me on now?
I'm detaining you.
On what section of the law?
if you stop shouting...
I do not
and
need
being
to stop because you
aggressive-
are holding me up in the street.
Yes, I am.
For what reason? You need to
If
be
you let
clear
me
about that.
speak-
Go on.
You, I believe, have been filming contrary to the rules and the law that's allowed there over into a police space. If you haven't had a drone, that's perfectly fine, sir. If you are baiting police officers in your auditor capacity, then we can let you go.
So you're not going to
But
abuse
I
the
need
power
to
anymore, are you?
I need to ascertain whether you've had a drone or not.
I didn't
That's
say
what
I
I'm
was
telling
flying a drone. You made that assumption.
I didn't make that assumption.
Yeah, you
What
did. Who said I was
need
flying
to-
a drone?
I said I need to ascertain.
Well,
if
you
were-
ascertain that. How long am I going to be detained for, and what law are you detaining me under? That's what I need to know, officer, because
So-
you're breaking a rule here.
I'm not-
Let me know the law that you're
You want to
detaining me
stop
on.
shouting at me?
I know, I'm being clear and assertive in my voice. I'm not an aggressive person.
No, you're being
I'm
verbally aggressive.
verbally aggressive?
You
Are you
are.
a snowflake or what? What have I been
not.
aggressive to you?
I'm just
I've
saying
got
you're
1,
being-
2, 3, 4 constables surrounding me, and you're saying I'm aggressive?
Moments earlier, he was certain Reggie was flying a drone, speaking as if he'd caught him red-handed. But once Reggie starts pressing him for facts, that certainty disappears.
You have. I've just pointed that out. You're flying a drone over a
Have you seen a
restricted
drone?
space.
Just moments earlier, the officer spoke with absolute confidence, insisting Reggie was flying a drone as if he'd caught him in the act. But the second Reggie begins asking direct questions, "Have you seen a drone? What evidence do you have?" the officer's certainty evaporates. What started as, "You're flying a drone," instantly shifts to, "I need to ascertain if you were," a sudden backpedal that reveals exactly what's happening. He's realized he's detained someone without a shred of lawful grounds and is now scrambling to reframe his own statements to make the detention sound legitimate. When Reggie calls out the contradiction, the officer only digs the hole deeper. Under the Police and Criminal Evidence Act, officers must clearly lay out the grounds, the objective, and the legal authority for any detention or search at the earliest possible moment. This officer meets none of those requirements. Instead of addressing the gap in his reasoning, he attempts to deflect by accusing Reggie of raising his voice, an obvious attempt to shift attention away from his own procedural mistakes.
You have been
I want to
aggressive.
get on with my day. That's all I need to know.
And I just need to ascertain whether you have
So,
a drone or not.
what
Please
law-
answer the question.
I
Do you
don't
have a
answer
drone?
questions.
Right, so
I've told you that
so you're an auditor baiting police officers because you've got nothing better to do, sir.
nothing
Is that
better
where
to
we
do.
are?
So you're bringing your opinion rather
I
than your
am.
professional
It's my opinion
standards.
at the moment, that
That's
one,
your.
yes.
So I'm baiting you, am I?
It appears so at the moment, yes.
So
it
what?
does.
I've reeled you in, have I? What law? Am I free to go?
You-
What law are you keeping me on today?
I've seen the device in your hand now, and I'm happy that's not a drone controller at the moment.
Do you know what that is? That's
It's
a
an
Xbox
So that's fine.
controller.
Now you've let me see that. I can let
What
you go
law
and
did you
free today.
detain me on? That's what I need to know before I go.
I've detained you under Section 25 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act to ascertain whether you'd committed an offence, whether you were continuing to commit an offence, and ascertain your name and address.
You
Now I've
needed
realised
suspicion at the beginning to do
I
that.
did have a suspicion that you were flying a drone over the building, hence you were looking over.
Guess what I'm doing in the next
Right.
20 minutes? I'm coming back with my drone because this is not restricted on the CAA website. You know that, don't you?
After detaining Reggie, lecturing him, and repeatedly insisting he was operating a drone, the officer finally takes a proper look and realizes the device in Reggie's hand is nothing more than an Xbox controller. Yet instead of apologizing or acknowledging the mistake, he tries to patch things up with a flimsy, "Now that I've seen that, I can let you go," as if the issue were simply a misunderstanding he had just now resolved. The truth is, he could have identified the controller from the very beginning, but he wasn't interested in checking the facts. He was asserting authority and banking on Reggie backing down. And when Reggie presses him on the legal basis for the detention, the officer's reaction is pure panic. He blurts out, "Section 25 of PACE, a provision that has nothing to do with drones in any capacity. Section 25 applies only to arresting someone who has already committed an offense and refuses to provide their name or details, none of which remotely applied here." The response wasn't just incorrect, it exposed how little grounding the officer had in law throughout the entire encounter.
I can fly over this police station.
It depends on what your intent on flying.
No.
over that station is.
I've got a license for a drone, right?
Yes, you have.
Right? So it's not for you to say that I've got some ill intent. I've come in with bare face.
But
So
if
you
you
just
have
broke
it-
rules
if
today.
you- no, I haven't. If
Yeah, you have.
If
you detain me.
Can you let
Am
me
I
speak?
detained now?
No, you're not. You can freely leave now.
Can I?
sir.
Right.
Yes.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Get back to work. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get back
We
to
have
work.
To ascertain whether there was intent.
False detainment, so we'll be putting a complaint in.
Carry on, sir.
What was your basis of this of the detainment?
I thought
To
you were
ascertain.
already told
To
you
ascertain.
what
What's it got to do with you?
To ascertain
Well,
your
you're just being
intent.
argumentative.
Argumentative? He detained me.
I did,
Yeah,
yes.
for a reason.
For what reason? A game box bloody controller in my hand? You're pathetic.
No, you are, sir, because you've got nothing better to do. Good day.
Good day. Ciao. Absolute idiot. Oh, come on, give us some more. Come on.
After being unlawfully detained over nothing more than an Xbox controller, Reggie calmly informs the officer that he'll be filing a complaint for false detention, an entirely reasonable step given what he's just gone through. Instead of responding with professionalism or even basic accountability, the officer immediately loses his composure. He snaps back, calling Reggie pathetic, and as he walks off, he mutters "absolute idiot" under his breath, revealing not frustration but outright contempt. This isn't a momentary lapse, it's a window into an attitude that has no place in policing. Once the detention ended, the officer should have shifted into a calm, neutral, and respectful stance, recognizing that he had overstepped and that the complaint was justified. But when someone in uniform resorts to childish insults to cover their own error, it signals a deeper problem, one that can't be fixed with a simple refresher course. Officers who react like this aren't just unprofessional, they undermine the trust they're sworn to protect.
Have your shoulder number, Constable?
154.
154. We love you, Constable.
Thank you.
Very professional.
Likewise.
Can I have your call number, please, miss?
5237.
And who are you like? What powers have you got?
Yeah.
None at all. None at all, lovey. I can stand there all day, you know that, don't you?
Yeah, but your television screen isn't there, lad. Your television screen's at home.
So I'm recording into here now. What can you...
Realise that your television for your Xbox is at home, not in here.
Exactly. So why did you come out then? We reeled you in, didn't we? Good and proper. Here, look. Hey! No way. See what I mean, guys? So yeah, detained under section 25 of PACE. What would you say about that?
All the officer needed to do was spend 10 seconds actually examining what Reggie had in his hand, nothing more. That simple act would have prevented the entire confrontation, the detention, the embarrassment, and the fallout that now lives permanently on video. Instead, he launched straight into command mode, a snap reaction that has become far too routine in modern policing. This mindset doesn't just burn time, it erodes public trust and turns ordinary, law-abiding people into targets of ego-driven enforcement. Reggie's composure throughout deserves real credit as well. Many people would have lost patience after being wrongly accused, unlawfully detained, and insulted, but he remained steady, assertive, and entirely within his rights, demonstrating precisely why auditors exist. These encounters aren't staged to provoke, they're recorded to reveal. Without people like Reggie documenting interactions in real time, the public would never see how quickly training and procedural standards collapse under pressure. This whole episode underscores just how delicate accountability is, and how easily it slips when authority goes unchecked. Whether or not Reggie ever pursued a legal claim, the footage alone has already achieved what formal systems often struggle to deliver, an unfiltered account of the truth, captured in broad daylight. In the end, he didn't need compensation to prove his point, he prevailed where it counts most, in the court of public opinion, where thousands now understand exactly what happens when police power collides with zero accountability. That wraps up today's breakdown. If you found this episode insightful, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more.